There you go. And people in the business world has always like deemed character, integrity, and excellence as soft. It's not. It's not soft. That's distinction. That's quality. That's something that you want to be part of, invest in. Okay? Yes?
Well, actually, also, as I said here, we do have to be patient. For example, people in general are afraid of change. Just today, for example, I was speaking to a customer who had an upgrade, and they were very afraid of the technology. And then about a month ago, somebody actually rejected the technology. They were so scared of the change, of the learning curve. So the idea was to actually be patient, let them know that it's very normal, that that everybody goes through the same thing.
That's right.
And this person was actually responding very well to the patient approach.
Excellent point. I mean, we're talking about resisting change. And none of us were born at this time, but mail used to be done by the Pony Express, right? The Pony Express, at least we've all read about it.
Ron was there.
I knew Joe was going to say something like that.
I stopped using my Just for Men last week.
So you have the Pony Express, and then all comes the U.S. Post Office, and then you have this gentleman by the name of Fred Smith that says, hey, wait a minute, we'll get your mail the next day if you want. FedEx. You want it morning? Do you want it in the afternoon? Okay, you don't want it the next day, we'll get it to you in 2 days. To wherever you got to go. And then someone comes along and the internet comes about and say, hey, don't even send them a mail, you know? Send them a message to get there in a second or so. Then you got a guy named Mark Zuckerberg that comes up with Facebook and says, hey, we'll make it even better for you to connect with people in your past if you want to do that, or people in the future, and connect and do business with each other. Another thing of change. Walmart says, okay, let's sell quality products at a discounted price so people everywhere can buy it. Change. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So be patient when it comes. 5.0 in your notes. Greed for gain is never good, guys. Greed for gain is never good. I helped a gentleman who had a beverage, a bottled water beverage, get into a supermarket chain, just a couple of test stores some time ago. And I told him, whatever you do, work these 2 stores, you know, don't try to bite off more than you can chew. You only have about 4 merchandisers. They've got to get there 2 and 3 times a week to order, to pack out, price the stuff, put it up. That's it. Well, this gentleman didn't want to do that. So he went to the buyer when I was away and talked to him about getting more stores. And I come back and tells me, guess what? They're going to give us 10 stores. I said, you're kidding me. 10 stores? How are you going to service those stores? You don't have the capital to hire anybody else right now. Not good. I said, you're being greedy. He wasn't a believer as well. And needless to say, couldn't keep the store filled. Within 2 or 3 months, he had lost the contract. Unfortunately, he went out of business as well. Greed for gain is never good. Bloom where you're planted. Bloom where you're planted, you know? You get one big customer, work that customer. Make it excellent. Go above and beyond with all of your clients, no matter what the size. Because you never know who's going to be in control either. That one client that buys from you once every 4 months, one day may say, you know what? You've been so patient along the way, I'm going to start buying from you every month now. You never know. Treat everybody like gold. 6.0 in your notes, big one right here. Never be anxious to do business with anybody. Never be anxious to do business with anybody. I remember I was negotiating with the airplane manufacturer at the time, and I was in media, and this particular company did 2-year buys. And so they were so used to having things set in one way. They were dealing with 5 other vendors, and for the first time, we got a chance to get involved. And I did everything. I did the breakfasts, the dinners, you know, find out the kid's birthday, all that good stuff. Develop relationships, did everything with excellence, integrity, didn't do anything to compromise myself. And this for, you know, for about a couple $100,000, about I think $200,000 or something, the order would have been. And I will tell you right now, guys, a couple things were going on in my life. One, I was becoming anxious inside because I was trying to think of where I was going to spend the commission money and take my wife. I was thinking of all that stuff. Like, honey, we're going to go here. I'm thinking of all this, right? And then 2, I'm getting anxiety from my boss Because every day, when is the deal going to be done? Do we need to bring somebody else in? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like, it's going to get done. It's not, I'm on top of things. So I have those two things now. So I'm becoming anxious. However, I never let the buyer know how anxious I was. Never. And when it came to the day before she had to make her decision, and her other teammate there, I remember speaking to her and saying, you know, well, what do we need to do to move forward? What can we do to earn your business? And she said, well, I don't know. I've had these 5 vendors for years, Sanford. And it's kind of like push play. You know, my budget's always getting slashed, but these 5 guys I know, and I don't know if I should try you guys out. And I was sitting across, and I could not let the anxiety and the anxiousness show. I had to do what I call the walk-away look, as if, like, you know, if you don't buy today and you don't invest with us, oh well. And I also put in your notes, you know, you have to negotiate with an abundant mindset. The other person across the table should know or should come feeling that, hey, Sanford's got thousands of dollars flowing through his business every day. So if he doesn't do business with me, wow. You have to project that. And you know what happened? She said all of this, and I just said these simple words. I said, why don't you just give us a try? Let's just move forward, give us a try. We've been building this relationship for months. Let's just give us a try. And you know what? She did. She did. That's it. And because I believed in what we offered. Very important. And you have to negotiate with an abundant mindset at all times. Is it tough? Yes. Yes, when you're looking at the bank statements and the records and things like that and your sales quota, whatever, it can be tough. But you have to do it. You have to do it, guys. What I want to do, Joe, is try to find out, this is a networking event, and maybe find out more about each guy, what business they're in, and some of the things that's before you now that you may be negotiating on. And I don't know, maybe we can just go around the room. How would you like to do this? Maybe just go around the room, maybe guys stand up. And then Ron, we'll start with you. Just state your name, you know, succinctly, your name, the business that you're in. And I don't know if there's a negotiation concern, problem, I don't know, even collectively, maybe we can try to help you out.
Actually, I'm not in the business in the real world or in the outer world. God has given me a vision and a dream, and I'm really here as a learner, and I've been very blessed by what I've heard so far. And I'm trusting that learning the lessons from you guys who are already down the road further than me is going to, I can profit from other people's mistakes. So I'm just blessed to be here.
All right, very good. Sir?
Yeah. I'm Ken Winters. I'm an attorney. My area of practice is primarily litigation. So in that area, I do have negotiation with adversaries.
Okay.
Where we're trying to bring the parties together to reach something that's a win-win situation rather than a win-lose.
Okay.
And then on the other hand, there's a sales aspect too, not just to the client. When you have a case and you're trying to sell it to the jury, a lot of what you're saying comes through there, knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. That carries through in both phases of it.
Very good.
One good comment, though, is about watching out for greed for gain. Just want to relay a short little episode I had a number of years ago with Tampa Court Judge in Atlantic City. And my client was winning pretty well in terms of negotiating a settlement for the dispute.
Okay.
But he was pushing too hard. He was overreaching.